Hello again and welcome back, my friends. Today we are going to show you how to build a small vessel. So why don't we get started, because we've got a lot to do today. And the first thing that we want to do is we're going to get all our parts together. And if you look at the bottom of your screen, you will see those scrolling across the bottom. And we're going to get all these parts out. And the other thing that we need to do before I forget is we need to get the oxygen. We need to get our air or our water so that we can make some oxygen. So we're going to put a few more of these fuel packs in here to keep this running, because that's our oxygen supply. And so we'll put those back in our constructor so that it can get to work making those. There we go, and we can just select some oxygen to make, like that. That guy there. And we should probably make color and texture tools if we're going to paint this thing later. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with the starter block, and then we're going to choose a cockpit, and this one tends to be my favorite, so we'll just use that one. And then we're going to place the fuel tank and the generator. Now you just need light little taps on the mouse, little tap like that, and we can grab, do we need more parts? We have more parts here, and we're going to need some more blocks too. So what I like to do is I like to get all of the internal components placed, and we will probably want more RCSs as well. So why don't we get a couple of those crafting. And so we're going to place our parts over here, and we'll put our cargo boxes on like that and that. There we go. And then we can put on our ammo box and an RCS, and I think we're going to leave some spaces there. So what we'll want to do is we'll put our oxygen dispenser. Should we put it on the bottom? I think we will do that like usual, and we'll put that on the bottom. And so I think we're going to need some blocks here in order to get that placed. And so the other thing we can do in the meantime is we can put on our guns like that. There we go. And now remember, on your ship you can build it whichever way you want. It's your ship. You can make it how you like. This is just a guide to get you started, and you make it your way. And so we're going to put the, there we go, our spotlights on, and we're going to put those pointing outward so we can see in various directions, and we'll even put one in the middle. And then we're also going to need landing gear. We did forget that. So yes, our ship needs some foots, doesn't it? And so we'll find some of those. We'll get 4 of those so that it can sit off the ground on its foots. And we should probably even put a fridge, because our food is not lasting very long at all, is it? Not at all on these new builds. So we're going to put some blocks on here. Let's get all these blocks ready. And we also have a light that we can place somewhere on the ship. Let's get our blocks shaped out here. And so we're going to also put up a symmetry axis. So press the N key, and it doesn't take a lot of pressure on that N key, just enough, just a little bit like that. And then we can put on our symmetry axis and click. There we go. And so we're going to split off these blocks. There we go. And we're going to put these up this way. And we're also going to have blocks covering these up. And then we can put our ramps up here to make this nice and contoured. There we go. And then you can also put some contour on the top if you'd like with these blocks here. So we'll spin those. And it helps if I get the right axis. There we go. And then we can use these other ramps here to match up with that. There we go. And I'm trying to decide whether I want to bring that outward a little bit. We can do that if we like. Remember, it's your ship. You build it any way you want to. And we also need to remember the thrusters and the fridge. So that is important. Let's not forget our fridge. And we'll put that in here because this is going to come up some, I think. So we'll put our oxygen. Did we build the wrong? We built the wrong oxygen tanks. So why don't we make some small vessel oxygen tanks? Select that, and that shows only the small vessels, so we don't do the wrong ones. And this is going to take a minute, isn't it? Now did we get our fridge? We didn't get our fridge yet, so, oh, we did place the fridge on there. So we must have had one crafted already. We can turn that one off. And we can turn these off for now. And we will get all of that stuff put on first, and then we can put our oxygen and everything back. So why don't we find that? There's no oxygen for the ships. You do need to remember not to, whoops. You do need to remember not to put the, let's see, go, totally messed up here. There we go. We do need to remember to put all these stuff back here. And it looks like we've got enough fuel packs for now, so I don't think we need to queue anymore for the moment. So why don't we get these oxygen tanks put back while we're waiting for other stuff to craft. And we can also get our, there we go, we can put that back in there like that. And we will get our contour here. Now our drone is still not working, so we're going to have a little challenge trying to get things put on in the way we want to, but that's okay. We'll just have a little bit of fun. And we're going to contour this upwards this way, and we can probably match that with this piece here, or we can match it with this one and have that be taller in the center. So you decide in your world, you make it how you want to make it, and on our world we're going to make, on my world I'm going to make it like this, and I'm going to spin it around here, get the tall side there, and this is going to come up, I think, if that's going to look right. And then we will continue on that path with these blocks. And so we can do something similar here to make this match up. And we can even do something like, I don't think that's going to work, maybe this would. I don't think that's going to work the way I want to either. So we could make this come out this way and get a little bit wider. And then we can have a square block on the back here. And that will allow us to contour this up on the top here. So we can put a corner here. And we need another one of the ramp blocks. This guy here. And he lives right up there. So we've got a happy little ramp up there. And we still need to put our engines. And can we contour these? Yes, we can. And so we're going to make this fit in here. I think we're going to make it recessed a little bit back here, and so that it's hidden a little bit from the side shots. And we're also going to put in some of these on the sides. So we need to rotate him a little like that. And then we still need the up and down, and we also need a reverse. So why don't we spin this guy, and we'll make him live there, and then we can put our up and down thrusters in here, and we still need to get our RCSs, there we go, and our oxygen tanks. So let's get our RCSs in here, a little tap, just like that, and now we have our oxygen tanks. We can put these little guys in here, there we go. And we still have a little bit of room for expansion, so if we need more parts, we can do that. And we're going to put our thrusters in these spots here, and I just put that on the wrong side, didn't I? So we're going to disassemble this one here, like that, and we're going to put this one upside down. It's important to remember to turn off the symmetry axis when you're done using it, otherwise you end up with little situations like that. And that's not a mistake, it's just a happy accident. So we will get our back sealed up, and we can also get this put on the bottom and any other spotlights, and we can even make some wings to make our ship look nicer. So let's see if we can find some wing parts. Let's see, we can search, and we still have wing blocks, don't we? There are the wing blocks. They do not show up under wing. There they go. Now they show up. So we can make 2 of those. We might even make a third one. We'll see how that third one wants to sit. And why don't we get our ship up in the air here? And we should be able to turn it on now. We did put power into it, right? We did not put fuel into it. So there we go. We've got our fuel. And when you are in your external view, you can scroll out, you can scroll in and out, and you can also page up and page down to change where your view is. So we'll get this lifted up a little bit, and we can get underneath there, and we can put this, we can decide where this lives, and I think he wants to live right here. So we're going to put him right in the middle there, and we can also put some blocks on the bottom to protect all of this from the aliens who might want to do bad things to it. So we can also bring these down, and we're going to put our symmetry axis back on too, like that. There we go. And we can bring this down, and then we can also, we're going to rotate this after we get our blocks coming down here, like that, and we can bring this back, and we can rotate this block. There we go. And now we have all of our components sealed up, and we can even put some little flat blocks on the bottom here. These guys here. There we go. And we've got those put in place. Now we probably want to raise this up a little bit more. So let's jump in here. And we'll see what kind of movement this ship has. It's very basic right now, and it's probably not going to be very swift, but it will get us where we need to go. So we're going to use the big landing gears, the big feets, and I think we're going to turn them around, because the developers seem to like to put those all backwards. And why don't we put our wing on first, so that we can decide which way we want to do this. This is all 6, these are all 6x5s. So why don't we try the first one here, and we'll see if we can fit that, see where that wants to live, and we can put that on here. Something like that. There we go. And the other one, the symmetry did work. So we can put our landing gears, put our little foots on here, and that is one block down, so we will want to put this one like that. There we go. And it looks like it's all built, and we will want to test it out, and we'll turn off the symmetry axis again and see what we've got for oxygen. We have a little bit of oxygen. We'll probably build some more here while we're out testing out our ship, and we'll build some more of these too. And we can even put a light on the bottom of our ship. I think we had a space right there. And so we'll put that, and that will help light the ground underneath our ship while we're out. And the other thing we can do is this. We can put these spotlights on the sides pointing out this way, and I think we will even extend this. So why don't we turn our axis back on, and we'll try this, see if our symmetry axis is working. It is working correctly. So we're going to put some more blocks here. I think we're going to work our way back like that, and there we go. So now we've got our contour coming back, and we will probably want to paint, at least paint this in some basic colors. Did we get those? We need to get the color. There we go. And we can take those out, and we can get our color tool going. So let's get back in here for a second, and we'll put in our ammo. Find the ammo box in the control panel, and we can also check. We can check. Whoops. Another happy accident there. And we can check our statistics. And it looks like we have about 14 meters per second, which isn't too bad. That should get us to where we need to go. And it will be able to lift off the planet and everything too. And we can even put, while we're waiting for that, we can put another ramp up on this, and we can go like that. And we'll take this little guy here, we'll reset him. So you just lift it up and then gently put it back down like that. There we go. And one more ramp here, just to make it look nice. There we go. And then we're just going to, I think we're going to add a little style here. There we go. So our paint should be done. And we're going to tell this to make some more. And our paint, we're going to color this thing. I don't think we will be texturing it today, but we can get some little bit of paint on here, and I think we will start with the titanium white, and we'll get the whole thing painted here in our nice little white, and then we can decide on some trim colors in order to get the rest of it, in order to highlight the contours and everything of the ship. So the paint tool has a medium size, but there is still a bug where when you're looking up quite a bit, sometimes it does not see what you're pointing at very well. So you do need to take that into account. It can be a stubborn brush sometimes. And so we've got our basic color, and then we just need to switch back to small, and we're going to do just a face at a time. And I think we'll take some alizarin crimson here and see what we can do on the sides. Maybe get a little stripe going along here, and we can even include the wing in that stripe, and then we can bring our stripe back this way. And I think a block will be appropriate here. Maybe that block. Maybe a full block would work a little bit better. Or how about a half? A half block doesn't seem like it wants to work either. Maybe we can do something a little bit different there. About one of these. If we rotate it the right way, we could do something like that, and we can even take these 3 blocks out. Why don't we do this? And we're going to replace those with this little guy. There we go. And then we can paint those red with our... We're going to paint them with our white first, and then we're going to do our alizarin crimson here to get it matched up like that. There we go. And then we can also get this corner of this little block here, if we can find it. There we go. And then maybe even a stripe along the side of the wing here, and even this one. And so this gives us a little bit better view of the contours. Gives us a little bit better coverage there, and it makes it look more contoured. And then we can even do something like this on these so that we can see at night, and we can put some tail lights on here, like a little like that. There we go. And we can even make those red if we like, so we can get more of our alizarin crimson here, and maybe mix it with some of the titanium white to get the nice bright block there, and it looks like it's done. So why don't we take this out? We can take this out, and we can look for some wildlife and see what we've got over here, because we do need to get some food. And so we can fly over this way. We'll see if we can find any of our wildlife. We had something there. I heard something. It sounded like some raptors, some happy little raptors. There we go. And so we're going to just take our little miniguns here, and we'll just shoot the devil out of them. That's my favorite part. Yeah, we just shoot the devil out of them like that. There we go. Yep. Get a little blood all over the cameraman, but that's okay. And I think we can also turn off the axis. We can turn off this symmetry plane. We don't need that anymore. And we'll find this other fellow over here, because we did need the meat, and we can even put that meat in our fancy new... We did not have a meat on that one, just eggs. We can put the meat in our fancy new refrigerator. So we'll head back to the ship. We'll put the... Let's find our refrigerator. Where's that fridge live? I don't see him in there. I knew we put him in there. Let's see. There's the fridge. There he is. Okay, and we can put those in there. And it looks like our ship works. So I think that's all the time we're going to have today. Thank you for joining me. And come back next time, and we will take this thing out in space, and we'll see what we can do with it out in space. So thank you, and we'll see you next time.